millions of years. You have to have a certain level of education to look for millions of years. Because the whole study process, the whole business of time.
Yes.
Them put time in such a rapid moving
them compress it.
event.
Them compress time.
Yes.
Yeah.
To the extent that time for run after escape.
Yeah.
That's how tight them whole time.
Yeah.
Them lock it up in some days.
But tell you
24 hours.
what a thing, eh?
Yeah. That means if you can't accomplish something within that 24 hours, dog, me am the supper. That time not go so.
Not go so. Yeah, it's imagination.
Your mind, your imagination free
capture.
to create a freedom way out.
Yes.
But because you believe where them say you're locked
into that.
Into that.
When me read comic book, as a youth, how them could have put people in some time zone prison, Like some of the man, so them lock them up in a time zone and them can't come out. And me always just wonder about them type of dimension there, But look at them halfway.
Look here, you see, if you think of it like that, you realize that indeed we have been taken, man.
Yes. Yeah.
We have not spent time creating we own a substantive philosophy of time. What the man leave we with is without consequence if we come to realize we never realize our full potential as far as developing something as important as time. We get so locked away in the European conception that we honestly look forward to dead and go to heaven, not realizing that the place where we came from still exists even now. And that there is really nothing wrong with dreaming of returning to our ancestral homeland.
Or even visualizing it.
Or even visualizing it, my brother.
Yes,
yes I.
Metamorphosis.
Because that them a kill with fire, Dear to visualize.
Oh, dear we.
Yes.
Oh, dear we visualize Africa. Oh, dear we visualize Africa. We must say out of order.
Out of order, man.
I think we are very proper, though.
Very much in good order, because it is through us that spark will catch a fire and eventually ignite and become the redemption of black man.
Definitely.
Because it really take a dream, and the dream have a big and it have a really stick firm.
It even take the dream of a transform into a vision.
A visionary position.
Yeah, that we can say this step by step, no methodology to achieve it.
Remember now, this vision don't have no business in the reality where the European.
No. That is his imagination, we can call it.
Yes.
We define
Film imagining and we define we want a reality.
Definitely.
Now that is the work of Rasta,
Right.
Them know it though,
Them know.
Yeah.
It's more of I and I if you know that.
Yes, I.
Run it.
All the times I sit right down and remember all my people was in slavery time ago. Oh, I know that one day when the right time comes, so easily, then we will see. No more crying, no victimizing, no more starvation, no more, yeah.
Aren't we suffering? Aren't we suffering? Are we the suffering race? Are we the race of great believers? And if you believe in things that we don't understand, are we not promoting our own suffering? So how many of you really believe that this planet Earth and all its ecosystems of life were created in 6 periods of 24 hours? How many people really embrace that? All right, so you do. 6 periods of 24 hours. 6 rotations of the planet Earth. And all ecosystems are in place. So the story continues. Genesis chapter 1. And by the second day, there's Africa, because there's land. And on the third day, there is sea life, and fourth day, there is air life, birds. So we have birds and plants and animals. So Makonnen, the earth will grow.
Fast, man.
They grow, right? So we have amoeba, because remember that life begins with one cell, you know.
See,
single cell life.
Well, yeah, all right.
Right? So no.
Yeah.
And that usually occur in the ocean. So the ocean becomes the basis now of generating life. Before there was even life on the surface. This is how the story evolved.
See.
So once there is ocean life, then there is also within the ocean there are plants. Because the plants now really going to become the engine to create atmosphere. And if you don't have no atmosphere, then no animals can breed. So there's an evolution now through development, which takes time. And the time that we're talking about is not a 24-hour rotation. And the Bible says so, you know.
Blasphemy, man.
What do you mean? Who blaspheme now?
They are blasphemy.
No, but that's what it says.
Yeah.
May I use my scientific knowledge to interpret what the Bible says?
Yeah,
because the Bible says that is the word of God.
The Bible, man, them don't want to hear about no scientific knowledge, man, because scientific knowledge mash up them dolly house.
No, man, it explains the creation. and I'm telling that I know that in this application, you're going to see a sequence of events that the earth had to experience for the earth to be in a position where people can live upon it.
Yeah, but you see, according to how the eye would have go in a technical direction, you know, sit and mash up the man them story, man.
No, man, it'll give credence to it. I give credence to it scientifically, no, you know. I back up the Christian them now.
Yeah, well, you have to show us.
That means, you know, I give them evidence for what them believe are true.
Yeah.
So these things take place, but I'm saying to them now, the DAY is a semantic for a period.
It could be like they don't understand.
No, man, all right. Yeah, man, me say. But them now will look at partly, right? But I hope them jump over that partly.
All right, go on.
So for those now who are able now to go beyond, because you have a lot of youth who are trained scientifically now, you know. I'm not talking about high generation of people who are hold on to this as hard and fast, you know.
Yeah.
But about the youths who are listening, who are flexible to think.
See.
Right? They're not in the cement yet, you know. So because I'm going to university now and I'm getting this training about biology and evolution of plant life, them have a wonder how what really go on. If them wonder, it's a good start, you know.
Yes.
Especially our black youths. So once they begin to accept these processes, that they begin to have a earth now. Because it's that the people in the church believe why a white man could have come in there and them don't move, you know. From this the story start upon them people, you know.
Yeah.
Right? So they are sitting there now because they believe that there's a creation story that put this earth together. And in the 5th day now, when the creator set up the plants and everything and animals now, this is where Africans now going to be taught that they are now going to be brought into existence. Can you remember now, they might give you a beginning, you know.
Yes.
So how are we going to be brought in the beginning now? Them say on the 6th day, the gods said, let us make man in our image and our likeness. Makonnen, it's in the Bible now, you know.
Yeah.
And the black people believe this. And I'm saying, we know that by the 2nd day, Africa is there.
Yes.
And on the 6th day, the God said, let us make man. And he make them, and him say, male and female, him create them, and then him say him send them out to multiply and replenish.
Yes.
So we know, so on the 6th day, African them start breed up.
True.
We know that.
Yes, I.
Right? And we, you know, so we don't ramp with that.
You didn't get the orders, man.
Yeah, you know, so we don't ramp with that.
True.
And because it's not a 24-hour period for that replenishing and multiplication, we're talking about hundreds of years.
Yes.
We're talking about a period of time for people to be developed.
But you realize still say this is a little bit more than the story where they in the book where they are talk about.
No, but that's the story say.
The same thing the story
Yeah, it
say.
said God made man in his image and likeness, send them out to multiply and replenish the earth.
True.
That's it say. On the 6th day, you know.
6th day,
Yeah. So before the 7th day and God rest, man is out there multiply and replenish.
Yeah, but
In Africa.
in the back of your mind, just keep on a member say, even some of them same African church man, I go say what Dr. Iman Blak has said can't go so.
Alright, nothing wrong with him say can't go so. Because me I tell him say when him say maybe can't go so, you know, so what are the thinking?
Yeah.
What inspire the thinking?
See.
So me I say no. On the 6th day of that Bible story, I'm say more all Christian in the world I read the book now, you know. And we're talking about from a position of belief that on the 6th day the Creator made man. And we say it's African man.
Yes.
European don't say so, you know. But him said the original man come from Africa. Him said so in anthropology and in history.
Yes.
So the Bible agreeing with him, and I said the original African man were made on the 6th day. And it's more than one now, because it's male and female, so not go one African male put on, you know. It's African people.
Yes.
And them go multiply and we breed up. And I'm saying to the I know, even within that period, we have to make space now for the movement of those Africans into other countries.
Mm-hmm.
And the potential now for the evolution of the African into other racial groups, like the Indians and the Orientals. So to me, you know, that explains other people, the Africans and the people who evolved out of the Africans, particularly the Indians, people of melanin, the black people.
Yes.
And on the 7th day, Makonnen, the Creator rested. So creation finished.
Sound like a good story.
Good story.
Yeah.
And black people are here. Africans are here. The Chinese are also here. And the world is here. And I said today, I know, black people, make you accept chapter 1 as a creation of black people, of African people, and of Africa. And I'm going to ask the people them now to explain what it is now that has created Adam and Eve. What is this thing called Adam? Created by what? And is the creator of Adam really the creator of man? Are we talking about
but I can't do with the
Satan
eyes.
and his forces now?
I can't do with the eyes. Say man don't create already.
Long time. So what is this other thing now that is called Adam?
So we are saying one other thing altogether.
All together.
Adam.
Yeah. That,
Him is not the man where God created.
no. This is maybe the man that the Satan created.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the man that the devil created.
Seeing according to the
According
book,
to the story.
according to the book of the same God, where did create the first man,
Create this other one
create
too.
the other.
This thing called Adam.
Watch I know.
It's tricky now, eh?
The people them is a very argumentative people, man, and them will put up a big struggle
Yeah.
for sure you in a them theology, in a them theological reasoning, how and why you have a one creation, and then at the same time in the nether chapter you have another creation. Because like I say, you know, the creation done fulfill already.
By the 7th day done.
It's 7th day done.
Yeah.
So oh, you have another story come up now. You better try explain that, right?
Well, hear me now. Is this other story now?
Yeah.
I might say, no, this now is the creation of the other force that them tell about now called Satan. I say, no, this is Satan's creation in trying to replicate what Lord God has done, what the Almighty has done.
Oh, like a bad mind kind of thing.
Yeah, I try a thing. But him don't have the formula. He don't have the formula. That's why the thing never work.
Yeah.
And I forget say the thing need a companion for the two things them work together.
Seeing.
So that kind of experimenting going on. with this other thing now, but make the black people feel say that is where we're coming from. And this is our greatest problem now, because that two things now are the beginning of death and destruction and jealousy and bad mind. That old story now.
Yes.
We have to disassociate ourselves. Because that is the story where Storm Roof belongs to now, you know. The youth who invade that church.
A Storm Roof him name?
Yeah.
In front name a Storm?
Dylan. Yeah. I am saying no. Him have to be a descendant of that generation.
Okay. It's a logical place that him would have come
because
from.
him could not be part of the black creation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's African people who believe more than just reflect a little bit. Because we have a problem in our belief system. If we're believing that the salvation is in a Jesus that looks like Dylan. Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm. Sizzla Colonge say, how the white can save me from white man oppression.
Him say that?
Yeah, man, it's not possible.
On that.
Yes, sir.
It's based on how them give a story about this first man and woman now named Adam and Eve and overlook the creation of African people.
Yes.
But that them do, you know. King James and his writers, them just ignore the fullness of the African creation and attach on now the creation of this set of people called Adam and Eve.
Yes.
And within the story now, them invent things like original sin. Them invent some concepts and apply to the people now, African people who are told that this is their beginning. So this original sin concept now makes the African people believe that they're born in sin and shaped by iniquity because of some actions that take place in some garden with this creation story.
Sin.
So it is really trying to, well, kind of Jamaica, take ourselves.
but you don't want to take yourself from such a scandalous beginnings, man.
No, that's serious beginning, though.
Yes, man.
You know?
I mean, look here now. When you find out, say, your mother did they with us, they with Satan.
Yeah.
And then you born. Of course, you would wish to take away yourself.
May I tell you? And then now when the next youth born is a conflict between the two picking them.
Yeah, man, because if you Satan picking, you're going to war.
So, here we have now a story where them telling African people, say I'm coming out of a war vibes. And an incestuous situation.
Yes.
Where the mother and the children having sex with each other. That is not African history.
No.
That's not our story, brethren.
No, we're a highly civilized, highly principled people.
And beyond that, there's a murder. One brother killed the other.
Them people that was wicked from the very beginning.
From the beginning.
Yes.
And they tried to impose that construct from the beginning upon I.
Not trying.
They have done it.
Them do it.
They have done it.
Them do it because you see, when I man left the studio now, you know, amongst all the people that I will rotate, who is, I could have said his family.
Yeah.
Them out for crucify
all right.
in the name of the said Jesus. Because of the Rastafari in I.
And Rastafari, is it the I that is rejecting the whiteness?
Yes.
That old philosophy of supremacy through whiteness coming from any particular angle. So, it's a whole heap of things have been put on us. And I keep saying today, this virgin who has gone into the church in North Carolina or South Carolina,
yes,
him open up some doors so it make us start re-examine ourselves again. I tell you, even though it has been happening so often, it forced a sort of deeper introspection as to what the people, who are these beings called white people? It's not about ourselves anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's who are these beings? What is it that can be done for them to begin to live in a more what would do them? You know what I'm saying? What would do them people here?
No, the first conclusion where I did come to in at the start of the program, so the people them is psychologically unfit.
Yeah.
That them really have schizophrenia.
Yeah, man, psychic, them disturbed bad man.
Yeah, very disturbed
Yeah.
people. That is the whole reality of the European psyche. They are disturbed people who love bloodletting. Them love war games.
Yes.
Them have a kind of superiority / inferiority complex.
And an affinity to death.
Yeah, them do have a problem with that.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's not just that them do have a problem with. Them don't have a problem with authenticating history. So don't believe you can do a one-up man upon them. Them will return the favor. Them not, no matter where you hear them say about Jesus and the love of Jesus, if you dare try a thing with them bomb you to death.
So what about this concept now of forgiveness? Because what we see exposed here in America is that the entire family of the people who were murdered tell the killer that him forgive them. What a piece of brainwashing that, my virgin.
It's a terrible situation, man. The people them is so thoroughly brainwashed that a little boy come in at the church, pray with them, and then when him done pray, him said this is the judgment of Lord supremacy white people. Bam, 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 and then you turn around and forgive him. What kind of teaching is that?
The teaching is that you must protect what is white because white is right. Is that serious? Earlier in the program, I was going to the definition about the dictionary, say what white is, you know.
Yes.
And black people generally protect white things. You know, so Jamaica move with white people and come on and people run behind them and protect them and defend them as if them is valuable more than who them is.
Is one rotted beating the people them get, you know.
And
I'll know them believe in the superiority of the white man. Look upon the woman them. The woman them go to a place where them call beauty parlor. It should have really named the parlor of shame. Them enter inside of the precincts of the parlor of shame and them sit down and them watch a woman, she says she named hairdresser. She cut off them hair
and press it out.
And she put in horse hair from Brazil and China. And
foreigners, you mean, some foreigners.
And then put in a chemical in them head.
Yeah.
And it begin to feel a serious burn in them head. And then them put in another chemical to cool off the burning.
All of that is towards what?
Towards getting a hair that look like white woman.
Yeah, them say it's manageable.
Manageable?
Yeah, the daughter here last week said it's easier to manage.
It is whiteable.
Yes, yeah.
But it is not black.
Yeah.
It is not how Irish established the black race. And the thing go on so often that the people actually believe it is right.
Seeing.
They see nothing wrong with the pain and suffering inflicted on the young black child through the use of the European comb.
And you know, say, even the icon of them salvation tell you say he never even used a comb. Because he was a Nazarite. So the Jesus never used a comb.
Can you imagine that? He was like a Rasta-minded somebody.
Yeah, Bengi.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you know, the Roman Empire saying Africans must have straight hair. Because, you see now, because the power of the hair, you know, it's because the white man them understand the power of the African ear.
Yeah.
It's not just hair that is dead, as them tell you. It's our antennas. It is our areas. It's a tool of communication. It's a center of communication, you know, our hair, particularly here on our head.
Yes.
But they give me the impression say it's not a value, so therefore we must straighten it and take out the kinks out of it. So it's lack of knowledge. But just to wrap up on that beginning story and the impact of African people in just inserting themselves into that Adam and Eve being the first set of African people. Because it leaves the African people to look at themselves coming from a destructive society, a destructive family, a family that is built upon incest, jealousy, and it's even divided by a God who show favoritism to one child over the next child.
Mm-hmm.
So this jealous God who is partial and a family that is incestuous, all of that now African people have to take as their internalize them kind of characteristics there. Because that's how the first family was. And them take it to the extent now wherein them carry along a trail of people, imaginary people, till they reach Noah. And then them decide, no, them just wipe out the world. And wipe out all African history. And restart civilization again.
So the first part of the chapter.
Yeah, close.
First chapter.
Close.
Not only close, it never exists.
Drown out, totally.
Drown out, yes.
Totally. No remnants. But when you look at the pyramid culture of African people, the pyramids have been here from ever since. And there's no record of any pyramids going underwater except the ones that are in the Atlantic Ocean.
Yes.
So the African people and the people even in Central America have evidence of continuity without being flooded out.
Pyramid there, China too, you know?
Pyramid there, China too.
Yeah, never get flooded.
Never get flooded. So we understand now that this flood could never wipe out the pyramid people, the people of pyramid culture then. You don't want to call them Africans, never wipe out the people who were advancing the culture of the pyramids. Those people have always been here, and it's black people. So the floods of Noah could not have wiped away black culture.
No.
And I must reconnect and remember ourselves based upon that. Because I say most African people are following that story. Because them see themselves as beginning at Adam and Eve. So them see themselves as drowned out too.
True.
And them see themselves as come out of Noah's Ark.
Mm-hmm.
Through Ham, the cursed one.
Yes.
So the justification now, why they are now slaves to white people, is in the same story. So when Storm Roof going to the church and let off him gunshot them.
It's like God himself.
All right.
Kill the people them.
All right.
It can work like that.
It can work.
Yes.
Because he's a member of the superior race.
Yeah, is a member of the God class.
God class. Do it. So when them capture him now, them carry him to Burger King, Iman Burger, put handcuff on him neatly. Them do him box him or kick him in the body, you know. Yeah, man, they must fix him up and keep him nice.
Them give him hamburger
yeah, man, them stop and buy Burger King and feed him on the way back. And it's one of them own kind, you know. Them probably all inside and laugh with him in the car.
Probably them congratulate him.
I'm telling you, man, he has done what him do to enough white people that want him, but him afraid. And a lot of this is an expression of their hatred now towards the leadership of the country.
The young boy become them black, them white, shining manhood.
All right.
This is how we would be, but we are afraid to express ourselves. Congratulations, young boy.
Yes.
We're only sorry you never kill
more. As a matter of fact, now, he had a plan to go to the college up the road.
Yes.
That he would have killed more.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And then the said black people, them who forgive him, feed them picnic now, would have get dead, and then would have turn around again and forgive him. I think we need to talk about this forgiveness concept, you know.
Yes, sir.
And when them in a hurry for forgive people who are kill you for 400 years.
And more.
And more.
All right. Metamorphosis.
Rastafari, and I. Love the youths, them. Repatriation.
And desperate. Well ready. Positively clear. The people in the world keep forgetting them fast and them gone astray. Some may burn them every day. That them no love conspiracies at all. I never fail. Positively clear. The people in the world are lost for them top class. Never wait. Think you're actually there. You two you go back and you are snaking across me and the youth are trod one away. Melchizedek way. So if you see and the youth, I'm trotting through the earth. We have to trod it, King Selassie way. Yeah, yeah, trotting this one away. Have to trod it one away. Yeah, yeah. Them send 50, 60, 70 big and me slew them off in space and one day. Well then, just now seduce to reduce my knowledge. Because I will always break those barriers and burn down bandits. Oh Lord God Almighty, grant me all privilege. You see, I have to overcome all the wicked. Them and them false things. I have no white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppression? I have no white God. It's just a black messiah. A white God that bless, so him not blesses. I have no white God. Don't teach me anything wrong. Who the white God save me from white man oppression? I have no white God. It's just a black messiah. If a white God that bless, so him not bless. I want what is rightful mine, so me not stay mute. Your system is designed to distract me from the truth, but it will come to pass. Unknown and to the youth. In the process of time, we will know the truth. To give we white God to praise in slavery. The doctrine follow on in the black community. The black messiah you try to shield with fantasy, but we not gonna make you destroy the love with luxury. That's why you have to touch home. I have no place in Babylon. As I go, they make me victim of their unjust action. Oh God, I won't be conquered in this region. Oh yes, I have to stand and go strong.
Yes, metamorphosis, boy, I'm up in every time. You see it go? You see it go? We dip on the final 5 minutes already, you know. I would even break what I say. But
True.
So it go all the while. Because there's enough things to be undone. And enough things to unlearn. And that is a very tedious process, but it has to be done. But the same ideology of this white Jesus, it has such a serious effect upon I and I that we can become forgiving and very, very overwhelmingly calm amongst the enemy, but very violent oftentimes amongst our own selves. Very unforgiving amongst ourselves, but very, very forgiving amongst the enemy.
The question that often come to Iman's mind is, why is it, given that Iman understand the brainwashing,
Yeah.
but why is it that the black man is in such a hurry to forgive and to embrace the white man? Them say that the slavery is over. So that is not a factor.
Okay.
What is causing us to rush towards this forgiveness?
It's the teaching, you know, the same teachment. For example, now, we're not rushing towards vengeance, you know. Yeah, because them tell us to leave the vengeance to God, which is the Father of Jesus. And Jesus' Father control vengeance.
Probably if we was rushing towards vengeance, then would have killed we out.
Well, maybe we'd have killed them too and do our stop and we'd have negotiations now.
As it is now,
Yes.
that sound like a real scenario, something that is, you know,
on the horizon.
Well,
Yes.
that could come to present, and we
yes.
could have lived with that.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
as it is now, man, the man them have whip on the run.
Yeah. And you see the whole imagery now of the same Jesus imagery, the same Dylan, the same Zimmerman, all of these guys with the same Adolf Hitler, they all have the same look.
True.
Well, in the reality now, you know, we have this image now also in the midst of our families, amongst our women and our children, because they have injected this Jesus now and they make this white man as the head of African households. So I have a woman, but I am not in charge of my house. It is Jesus that is the head of my household.
True.
How do we get rid of that brethren to bring African family under oneness? Because the woman definitely disrespect I.
There's no question.
He's a jealous man, and in my household, she love the next man more than me. I can't even see the man. The man I want spirit.
Yeah, but all in the night, when the woman feel very, very good, she call out
upon
to
the
the
name of
name
the
of
Spirit.
Jesus. It's
So
not
they-
even you.
So they're ignoring you.
Yes.
When you go out and you work your money and bring it in and just say, thank you, Jesus. So maybe maybe what we name Jesus and we don't know. No, but the still thing deep, you know. And I'm saying to the women now in this section, who never work for though, who never help bring the family together by expelling this other man out of your house. Yeah, man.
True.
And it means that the man them know have to take up them rightful position and hold your house together. So it's a two-way thing now, you know, towards the liberation of the family. We have to expel this alien force that we can allow to come into our house and just kill us up. And that's exactly what happened, you know.
It has destroyed and discombobulating African cultures, African history, language, this Christian culture.
Yeah, I think we need to reflect deeper. We are spiritual people. We are a people who always knew of God before the Europeans reached us. What we never knew, Makanen, was this alien concept of a son of God. The S-O-N. This, I think, is the alien feature of the Christian concept of God. That the God comes along with a son. And this son, you know, is a reflection of terror. Because through this son is a political symbol of whiteness, which is about superiority, it's about privilege. And in order for black people to overthrow that, we have to just let go certain things. Like, no.
Wow. Still I see I give me the remedy, the fire figure burn. After the tables turn, give me the remedy, the
We have to let go Adam and Eve. And let go them kind of incestuous beginnings. And grasp for the power that manifested the word. And the word said, let us make Africans.
Me said the movement alive. Marcus said we organize and centralize. Rasta fi own banks and enterprise. So me nah stop chanting.
And all that money that go into collection on that Sundays in American black churches, we need to find ways to channel that money into some black banks and stop giving the money to the white men every Sunday. Millions and millions of black earned dollars going into these church building funds that are owned by white people. It's about time we begin to start the revolution for money into the church. You know, see, all our money going to these banks. These banks are not owned by black people, so the money not spending on the black community. It's been saved in the name of Jesus, you know.
Yes, and building up the Jesus community.
And the church building fund. The fund are always building up Jesus community.
Yes.
So African people, make hold on to the money and make identify where the money go. That the money going into banks that support black communities and black enterprises. Because the Christianity is not separated from the religion and the money. And the money is the driving force. Them say you must tithe. You know what I mean, Marcolin? If you give them your money.
True.
And if you give them money, just keep giving your money. Just keep giving your money. So
and that them are do, you know, inside a certain denomination of the Christian church. Them have some little envelope and you just give your money and give your money and give your money.
Just keep giving your money.
It's a frightening state of affairs, man.
I tell you.
Because you see, in the middle of all the poverty that is Christianity, them just give the money and you have a certain level of people inside of the same Christianity that know not of poverty.
Always prosperous.
Always for them basket full.
All the while.
But there's another group of Christians, man. It's a
always
terribly painful suffering experience.
Edge.
Yes.
It's another form of capitalism, you know.
What kind of religion that? It now attempt to eliminate the poverty. It's a poverty will always be with us.
Yeah, because with that now you have a better chance of going to heaven, because only the people in poverty can go into heaven, you know.
So to the people who is not in poverty.
Their children will live forever and ever prosperous on the earth. They're not worrying about the heaven part. They must prepare for the next generation for them picnic of wealth on the earth.
Well, these are sobering words, my Rasta brother.
So it go. Metamorphosis. We give thanks. We've gone past the midnight hour. I can't understand why after 12 o'clock is new day and we're at the midnight. Yeah, but our new day can start in the middle of the night.
You'd have to check with the
All right.
European.
Check the European constructions.
Yeah.
Peace, people. Prosperity. Dr. Iman Blak. Out.
My help coming from Jah, who was made Zion and the earth. Oh gosh, keep my strength. Mighty Jah, Jah, keep